Wealth Builders, it's Akiva and welcome back to another episode of The Bemuse, where we are making sense of all things money for the bewildered and confused young adult. So if you're into that kind of stuff, I hope you come join the Wealth Builders squad by hitting that big red subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell so you never miss when we post brand new valuable videos just like this one right here. So another tax season is here, and this one in particular looks a little bit different for a lot of people. Here are 5 things that you need to know to prepare to file your 2020 tax return. First up is the $300 deduction for charitable donations. So back in March of 2020, about a year ago at this point, Congress passed the CARES Act. This is the piece of legislation that allowed for pandemic unemployment assistance, that extra $600 you were getting in the beginning, their first round of stimulus checks, among other things. Also included in this act is a special tax benefit related to charitable donations for the 2020 year. Now, if you're familiar with the way that federal taxes work, and if you're unfamiliar, I'd encourage you to check out the video that will be linked right up here, talking all about how taxes work. You'll know that when you file taxes, you have 2 options when it comes to deductions, either itemizing your deductions or taking the standard deduction. Typically, in order to get any tax benefit from making charitable contributions, you would need to itemize your deductions, which most people don't even do nowadays anyway. The CARES Act allows individual taxpayers to deduct up to $300 of cash donations made during the 2020 tax year. And this deduction lowers the amount of your income that is subject to tax. Cash donations also include donations made by either a credit card, debit card, or check. Now, if you want to make sure that your donation went to a qualifying organization, we'll have a link down in the description box where you can double check that information with the IRS. And if you made a qualifying donation in 2020, you want to make sure that you get what's known as a gift acknowledgement letter from the charity, or a receipt of some sort before filing your return. And it's also good practice to keep copies of any canceled checks or credit card statements. The second thing you want to know in preparation for this tax season is that stimulus checks are not considered taxable income. It's a very popular question I've been getting these days. So if you didn't know, now you know. Literally 0 effect on your taxes. Not much else to be said about that. Now, if you're wondering, what if I didn't actually receive my stimulus check yet and I might need to file my tax return in order to get it? Have no fear, because that information is coming up in a video real soon. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when that video comes out. The third thing you'll want to know is that unemployment income is taxable. Yes, you do have to pay taxes on your unemployment income. Now, it's really important to note that not all states tax your unemployment income in the same way. While unemployment income is fully taxable in the majority of states, there are some states where only a portion of it is taxable, or if you live in a no income tax state, then it's not taxable at all. So it really depends on your state, and we'll have a link in the description box where you can learn more information about your specific state's rules. But on a federal level, it is taxable. It's also important to note that not all states withhold taxes on your unemployment income. I've heard stories where people have elected to have income taxes withheld from their unemployment checks, but come to find out, the state only withheld income taxes on the base amount of unemployment, not the extra federal pieces that were passed through various legislations. So a lot of people are finding themselves on the hook for a larger tax bill than they were expecting this tax season. So it's really important to keep that in mind. The fourth thing you'll want to know is that you don't need to file an income tax return if your gross income was less than $12,400 in 2020 as a single person. For 2020, the standard deduction is $12,400, and therefore you are not legally required to file a tax return if your income was below that amount. But if you made less than that and you've had income taxes withheld from any sources of income, whether that be unemployment or whatever other sources of income, or if you made estimated tax payments during the year, you might want to file a tax return anyway, even though you're not required to, so that you can get that money back that was withheld or paid. And the fifth thing you might want to know before filing your taxes this year is that the tuition and fees deduction is back. Again. Now, there are several tax benefits available when it comes to paying for college, and we made a video before talking about a lot of those common tax benefits, including the American Opportunity Tax Credit, the Lifetime Learning Credit, and the Student Loan Interest Deduction. Now, you'll notice that I did not say we talked about the tuition and fees deduction in that video, because we did not. And why? Because it wasn't supposed to be around. This deduction was supposed to have gone away since like 2017, you guys. But for some reason, they keep doing these like year-by-year extensions. So the tuition and fees deduction is indeed back, renewed for one more year. So the tuition and fees deduction is valid for the 2020 tax year. 2021, we'll see what happens, to be determined. But for now, it's back. The tuition and fees deduction allows eligible taxpayers to deduct up to $4,000 of qualifying education expenses from their income. And these higher education costs can be used for yourself as a taxpayer, a spouse, or a dependent child. In most cases, this deduction is not as valuable as others like the American Opportunity Tax Credit or the Lifetime Learning Credit, because those are credits that reduce your actual tax bill and not just reducing your income that's subject to tax. But it's still definitely worth noting in case you are eligible and it makes sense for you. So those are 5 new things that we want to keep in mind that are particularly relevant to the 2020 tax year. Comment down below if any of these tips were helpful for you or if they are applicable to your tax situation this year. We want to hear from you and share experiences. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when we post brand new helpful videos just like this one. And we will see you guys in the next video.